we're continuing on with our Le Creuset hour, and we're continuing with our today's special value because you can see the vessels on the stove tops, the cooktops here. What we're talking about is something called the Cassadou. What does the Cassadou do? Well, you'd be harder pressed to figure out what the Cassa doesn't do. So it's a Cassadou. It's the marriage of a saute pan and a small Dutch oven. What I love about it is that you have your cook and look lid. You also have the stick handle and the helper handle. It is from Le Creuset, celebrating 100 years for the brand, 10 years here on QVC. We have it for you in 8 colors. We also have a price that is exceptional. This would retail for close to $280. We're under $220. And of course, we have easy pay. Let me take you through colors and let you know that this is our final presentation. So if you've been watching all day, you've been watching Nate all day, now is the time to put this in your cart. Not $279, we're $219 and change, 5 easy payments of $44. Here's that beautiful mauve, which has been very, very popular throughout the day. Also sold out in September and November, today's special values, very early. Only 250 remaining that we can ship out immediately. This is 3 3/4 quarts that you're getting, enameled cast iron. Here it is in the exclusive, or the exquisite rather, not exclusive, but this is a color that everybody loves. That is that cerise. Then we go into the Marseille, that beautiful blue that is so dreamy. Here it is in your gorgeous sea salt. You can see the ombraying, and all these are made in France. Each one of them will have its own little private, small little details. So every single one has its own thumbprint, only about 600 to go around in that sea salt that we can ship out right away. Here it is in the gorgeous artichoke, that deeper green, the ombraying you can see, the white, which when I saw Mary D present the white yesterday, I was like, I can't recall the last time I've seen white, solid white in beautiful Le Creuset. 600 to go around in the white to ship immediately. And then here you are in your oyster with, again, the gradient. Last call, just a few dozen shipping in immediately. And then here, finally, we have the flame. And what you're receiving is, again, that 3 3/4 cast iron, the enameled cast iron. We have how many to go around, Ellen? 300 to go around with, again, that tempered glass lid, which makes it lighter, cook and look, with the stick handle, the helper handle, also recipes. I'm going to go back with colors just to let you know. $44 in the flame, in that gorgeous oyster, in the stone cold fierce white. Please get this for every single person who's getting married. Then we have it in your artichoke, that deep, beautiful forest green. Here's the sea salt, a little bit lighter, still seeing the ombraying. The Marseille, if blue is how you decorate. Then we also have the cerise, like the cherries, right? The ombre you're seeing, and there it is in the mauve. It's K314541, that's your item number. Things to know. Or requests, actually, please call us. We're at 1-800-395-1601. We've sold 975,000 Le Creuset vessels here, and over 13,000 of this particular one on the day. But here's a little tip for you. If you don't have a Q card, get a Q card, and we will give you instantly $50 off. So that kicks this price back quite a bit. Taking that $50 off makes it under $170. And also, if you are entertaining, no better way to prepare your food than a Le Creuset vessel. This gentleman is Nate Collier. He's a chef. He brings us the Le Creuset brand. I would love for you to just kind of say what Le Creuset is about, because 100 years you've been giving us the ability to cook beautifully in our homes throughout the world.
Yeah, 100 years of making quality enameled cast iron in the same factory in northern France. And what that means is quality, it means longevity, and it means delicious, delicious food. So you're gonna get the same quality enameled cast iron for all of our vessels here. Beautifully turned out food, durable, and you're gonna see that this is a combination of a Dutch oven, so deeper than a skillet, wide surface area. You're gonna have the stick handle for easy maneuvering around the stove, and the helper handle for coming in and out of the oven. And I'm gonna show you what that 100 years of quality looks like just in the food. So chicken cacciatore right here, excuse me, I'm just gonna grab a fork and show you how much these chicken thighs just shred apart with just a fork coming right in here. There's a plate
There's a
right
little
over
plate right
there
here.
if you want to get some.
Yep,
I'm
let's
going to get
in
some
here.
tongs.
Yeah,
and
I
we'll
wanted to get
show
right to it.
Look at how beautiful this chicken is going to shred right apart.
Okay, look how pretty that is.
Beautifully cooked and tender.
Yep.
And all the tomatoes, onions, paprika, and peppers down in there is going to cook into this. I'm going to serve it over some noodles, but I want everyone to know this is what cast iron is known for. Tender, beautiful, delicious results. It is known for easy maintenance because of the enamel quality, and it's the heat retention of the cast iron that delivers all of that to you. It's the enamel that delivers you the easy maintenance and the longevity, and it's the glass lid that adds that versatility. So you can see here, durable and easy to clean. All of our enameled cast iron is super durable and easy to clean because of that enamel. The glass lid is lighter weight than our cast iron lid, so you're saving some of that when you're coming in and out of the oven. It's got wide surface area for browning that chicken, for browning our short ribs, for searing steaks. It's got 3 3/4 quart capacity, so you're serving out enough food to feed an entire family, to get 20 8-ounce bowls of chili out of this for the big game, but also it's not as deep as a Dutch oven. So if you're going in just to flip and saute everyday meals, this is a perfect vessel for that. And look at how beautiful that turns out.
Look at that.
The chicken, that's not even half of it out of the vessel here over these noodles. That's enough for a family right there. And you've got leftovers to boot with 3 3/4 quart capacity, but it doesn't look like that large of a vessel.
It doesn't.
It's such a versatile size.
And it's beautiful. I got to give you an update on some colors. So about the mauve, did you say, Alan? I'm sorry. In the mauve, shipping immediately that we're looking at, we have 300 to go around. Oh, I'm sorry, 200. I misspoke. So 200 to go around in the mauve pink. And in the oyster, which is that gray, we can ship out right away, 3 dozen.
Wow.
So we're looking at right here some short ribs. What is that?
Short ribs. And so this is what the tender results that come over here. I'm going to turn one out. This isn't quite the reveal yet. We're going to do some tomato paste down in here, but I want everybody to see.
Give me the fork. Yeah, go ahead.
The browning on these short ribs, that is what the cast iron is going to do for you every time. If you have a thinner material, you're not going to get the beautiful browning on these short ribs. You're going to get gray meat, you're going to get steamed meat, you're not going to get the proper flavor because they're not going to hold onto the heat. They're going to cool off when you put your meat in your pan, and they're going to steam your meat. They're not going to brown your meat. And all of that beautiful browning on the bottom, after the cast iron has developed a flavor, we want to release that back into our food. So we'll come across just with a little bit of wine. You could use stock, you could use beer, any other liquid right on top, and then scrape the bottom of the pan. So that's where the enamel comes into play. You can see here with just the wine in it, nothing now is sticking to the bottom of that pan. All of your brown bits that were seared onto the bottom of the pan from your carrots, from your onions, from your garlic, from the short ribs is going to end up in your sauce. It's going to thicken up in the bottom of that. So step 1, the heat retention of the cast iron builds the brown flavor. Step 2, the proprietary enamel releases all of that back into your sauce. And then I'll show you in a minute, after we just add a little bit of herbs and a cinnamon stick here, this is the enamel coating that makes our cast iron different than any other cast iron on the market. Base coat all over. So even the lips of the lid you see here is fully covered in enamel. Sand enamel interior for that cooking surface so you can see what you're doing and have that easy release. Multiple coats of colored enamel on the outside. That's where you get the ombre effect, but also the durability. And this is not just sprayed on paint that dries on the vessels. It is a glass powdered frit that gets sprayed on and then melted at unbelievably high temperatures right to the cast iron. That's where the durability and easy maintenance comes from, and that's where that smooth glass-like surface comes from to release back into your food.
Well, I always say, I mean, that I feel like I'm a better cook because of the Le Creuset.
Yeah,
because
and it makes you more confident, too.
It does. It makes me more confident, but I feel like I'm getting flavors that I never got before in cooking in other vessels because of what happens here and how it like bubbles up again somehow and saves it.
All of it from the enamel back into your sauce so you don't have to clean it at the end. You want to eat all of that flavor, and you can see already the wine and stock that I put in the bottom is already starting to simmer. That's the heat retention of the cast iron. It's being released back into the sauce because of the enamel. And then the last step here is with the lid. So you can see the lip right here, just like our cast iron lids. We have a machined precision lip that locks right into place. So you're going to cook you're gonna get gentle steam convection. All of the moisture is gonna stay in there. All of the flavor is gonna stay in there. So we go low and slow in the oven. It's all gonna self-contain in this and come out tender and beautiful like that chicken, but with these ergonomic handles, with the stick handle that's easy to maneuver around the stove, and the helper handle, and the lighter weight glass lid compared to cast iron, I can lift this up so easily and take it to the oven without having to fight with a deeper vessel full of something. It's so much easier to get in and out because you can pull on that stick handle, you can grab the helper handle and bring it right back here to serve. So I'm just gonna set this down. I'm gonna do a little bit of maneuvering here so it's closer. We've got some risotto that I'll show you in a minute. And let's see what these short ribs look like.
Again, give us a call while he's doing the, okay. Like right now, if I wish
tender,
this were smell-o-vision.
Can you smell the cinnamon
because
in
I
there?
can smell
I love it so much.
It's amazing.
And just look, just with these tongs,
again,
how shredding and falling apart tender these short ribs are.
Look at that.
And that is just, if you get...
How long did that take?
This is probably 3 hours at 300 degrees, low and slow, shreddably tender. So step one, the flavor is built from the heat retention of cast iron. It's released back into your sauce from that enamel. So you get all of the flavor from the bottom of the pan into your sauce. And then that lid is gonna trap all of the moisture and the flavor for these beautiful, tender results. I'm gonna keep going with this risotto and then we're gonna serve that up. You can see exactly what that looks like. Tender, delicious results, and you're not sacrificing anything from the glass lid. In fact, you're gaining a little bit with the cooking look and lighter weight.
Things to know, brand new today, at a price that's saving you $60 right off the top. And then we're gonna save you another close to $15 because we're shipping it to you for free. And you get 30 days to try it. Get this home, see whether or not you feel like you're a better cook by using this. I certainly did. I was like, oh my gosh, all these flavors, like the juices are marinating and like it's coming back into my food as opposed to getting left in the middle of the pan or burned. I said to Nate one time, I said, I don't think I can burn anything in this anymore. Like, I don't know what happens. It just becomes a flavor. Like, what's happening? So let me share with you colors and also let you know that this price and this easy pay goes away at the end of the day. Today's special value means we've got one thing for that price for that 24-hour period, which the clock is ticking on. So if you're thinking of gifting it to mom, dad, maybe a cousin, somebody for a housewarming gift or a new wedding gift, this is the time, this is the moment. Here's the mauve. In the mauve, we have 200 to go around to ship immediately. Of the 2,500 we started with. Here's cerise, which is that beautiful cherry color, which I love. The ombre, over 2,500 of these have been ordered already today. Here it is in that Marseille. And this is that beautiful blue. And again, there's your cook and look lid, which takes some of the weight away. It's not a cast iron lid. Here it is in sea salt. Really lovely. I have another sea salt vessel in my house. I absolutely love it. 600 to go around there. Artichoke. And artichoke is that deeper green, the straight ahead, very like opaque and gorgeous white that you're seeing there. 500 left there. Here's your oyster. The oyster sold out in what we can ship immediately, but the next shipment is going to be, what's the date? Ships out on February 17th, and we have how many go around? 500, fewer than 500 ship out on February 17th, and then here's flame. And 5 easy payments of $44. We're gonna show you the value. 200 to go around in the flame to ship immediately. The value here is that this should be $279. Right now in this moment, we're under $220, and we're gonna give it to you for $44 to try. Free shipping and handling. We're gonna share with you how to clean it, and then we're also gonna take something and go on over to the table, but here's how to clean it. Nate, can you help us with that?
So cleaning this is super easy. Just like any other cookware out there, pretty intuitive. You're gonna go with soap, warm water, and sponges. This is just a damp rag that's wiping the interior of a lid we braised chicken thighs in right when it came out. Scrubbing sponge, soap, and warm water is gonna get 99.9% of everything off of this enamel because it's so smooth, it will release it right away. You just don't wanna use a scouring pad. You don't wanna use steel wool on it.
Correct.
If you need to soak it, I've burned rice in here before because my kids distracted me. I mean, it might have been my fault, I don't know. But you can soak this. This is not raw cast iron you see on the lip right here. This is already fully sealed by that ground coat enamel that we saw in the animation. So no worries about that. This risotto, we're gonna do a little lemon lemon zest, little lemon juice in the bottom of it just to brighten it up because those short ribs are so rich. I love doing grains in risotto in cast iron because they hold the lower temperature needed for the rice to absorb the liquid, but without anything scorching on the bottom of this pan. So yes, you need to stir risotto, but you don't need to stir it constantly.
Right.
You can use the glass lid to cook some of the rice through a little bit and come back to it and stir it. Beautiful creamy texture of this risotto here. I'm gonna give you a little bit and some short ribs on that plate. Asparagus also, and then I'll load some up over here.
Asparagus is like my favorite.
So good, and with spring vegetables, I love that little bit of lemon. Sometimes I put horseradish in my risotto to